Dropout, so I believe that the traditional education system is kind of broken. It doesn't really give you any empowerment. So when I was at Internet Marketing College, I know the stuff that we do every day: drive traffic, make sales, do conversions. That's really empowering to people. That changes lives and it gives financial freedom. It changes families. So when I saw that somebody is actually building a physical college, which our industry is missing, straight away, it just basically, I knew it's going to fill a massive hole in this industry. And Chris Record being one of those guys who's actually in the trenches every single day. There's lots of gurus, quote unquote, in this industry who sell a lot of product. People know because we've operated in similar industries that, they're not actually there doing this stuff. They just rehash information or whatever. And Chris is one of the guys, he's done the Facebook ads, he's done the e-commerce, he's actually in the trenches doing this stuff. So I know he's a real genuine person behind this. And then Jim Piccolo with his previous success with a similar model. It's just like a no-brainer, guys. The industry is missing it, the education, the quality is going to be superior. So I was proud to put my brand to this. I'm really looking forward to help you guys go this way. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so a lot of what I've already said has already been covered, but I want to ask a question. How many of you are not just in this business or looking at this business for a quick buck, but you actually want to build a sustainable long-term business? Yeah? Okay, so one thing you need to remember is that what you promote, people will remember that, right? As your brand grows, branding is so important. You've heard about it this weekend, you need to be building a brand. That's going to be the foundation for your business. Everything gets built upon your personal brand, right? So don't just chase the money. That's one thing I'd say to you guys, is there's so many, Vic said, we get bombarded every day with a new business opportunity, and some might look really appealing from just the money mindset, the money side of it. People are posting on Facebook with their income, which is cool. But if you don't know what the product is, please don't just chase the money for the money. Make sure you're building a long-term sustainable business, right? Make sure you're promoting something that you feel good about promoting, right? If you feel in any way, I'll promote this, but I'll kind of do it from behind the scenes, or I'll use an alias name, or I'll just use someone else's stuff, then don't promote it. Promote something you feel good about, right? And I feel the reason I'm involved in this is I feel Chris covers both bases. Like Vic, the product got my attention. I was like, well, okay, great. For the first time in our industry, the product is the main focus. Normally, compensation plan is the focus. Normally, conversions, how much money you're going to make is like the hot topic. With Chris, it was like, this is what we're building. This is the education. This is the business. Oh, and by the way, we're doing actual millions. Okay, cool, no brainer.
Question. How many of you have sat up late at night staring at a computer screen trying to figure this stuff out? And how many of you, and I want to be real because I've been doing this for a long time, tuck my babies into bed, my husband would go to bed, and I'd stay up late trying to figure it out. When you told your story, I remember figuring out how to make $100 putting ads on my site, little blocks on my blogger blog, and thinking, it was a miracle. There's people all around the world that are dying to be free, but they are just confused. And I think even in this room, there's a lot of us that have felt that way or are feeling that way right now. And this is the first time that I have ever heard anybody want to put together a systematic curriculum that will help people go from square one to wherever they want to go, being evaluated, being able to figure out the right path. My husband, by trade, is a guidance counselor. When you heard virtual guidance counselor, the guy was jumping out of his seat. I've spent my career helping people find their way, and I have never seen a better vehicle than what this is to help people. Now, are we going to make a lot of money doing this? Hell yeah! But are we going to set a lot of people free and help them know that this is possible? Imagine spending a week in a physical place, sitting down and walking out, having something executable, monetizable that they can use on Monday. And imagine that this institution is going to help people find clients so they can go out and make money right away. That's where we're going, and that's what turned me on. And I figured the worst thing that happened is I laid down, and I told Peter, I said, here's my card, I'm in, because I figured I can use the education. So if any of you guys are not sure about whether you're ready to promote, there's nobody in this room that can't use the education. And then let that build your confidence. Let that show you that this is real, and you can go out and share it with people. But for those of you that have been in business and are ready to go, right? Come on. So that's why I'm here. I'm an educator, and I believe in what we're doing here.
Well, from first to last, obviously everything the other guys have said here I can pretty much endorse, but why did Chris and I get involved with what is now Tecmastermind? Well, when we first came online 6 years ago, we made a decision to find good, usable education for business people. That was our background. We were consultants and we had our own accountancy practice. And we saw the internet as something that was going to be a platform that these businesses could use to expand their business, make more profits and sales, and expand. Many sadly didn't quite see that, but at that point we realised there was a better opportunity for us to go into that market and provide that kind of education. But we were having to put all of that together ourselves. We were making our own products, we used affiliate marketing, we joined different programs and systems, always in the education niche, but there was always something missing that didn't reach the market that we wanted to reach, which was so vast. So many of you are here from that kind of background, you probably see that as well. But we saw also the potential for people of our age who have come to the point where they're reaching retirement, that they have one of two problems. Either they don't have enough money to retire and have the life that they've worked all their working life for, or they want to do something with their life other than mow the lawn and play golf. And when all of that fitted together and we saw what Chris and the team were putting together, as accountants we did our due diligence. We hopped on a plane from London, flew out here and wanted to see and speak to them and feel from their hearts and know that we could leave from our hearts knowing that this was something we could take out to the world, and that's exactly what we want to do. And I'll reinforce what John says here because it is so important. Don't go out there chasing the money. Go out there making a difference to people's lives in as many different ways as the college will allow you to do that. For some, it will be the education to help them expand their business they have now. For others, it will be because they want money. But listen, use these before you use this, and find out what it is they need, and then place the solution in their hands.